Okay, yeah. Welcome everyone to the live session. Yeah, I think you all already start working through the tutorial from right? So yeah, you may continue working with your tutorial on your own, but as the part of the tutorial session, I still have to deliver or explain what the tutorial is about. But before that, don't forget to start working with your project. At least set up the repository on GitHub and share it with your friends. And don't forget to submit the link to your repository on Scale. And yeah, so let's move on and begin with the tutorial. And then, yeah, I need to record this to Zoom. So, as mentioned in the tutorial document, this week's topic will be about JavaScript. So, you will learn a new language that will be used in web programming. So, you will use Python for developing your Django web application, and HTML to lay out your web page, CSS to provide or give style to your web pages, and lastly, JavaScript to implement interactivity in your web pages.
Yeah, so this JavaScript will run in your web browser, so you don't have to compile it. You can create this JavaScript source code in a text file and then load it into your browser. So it's quite easy to get introduced with JavaScript. Well, the challenge later is how to make your web pages can have certain kind of behavior when using JavaScript. That will be the challenging part. But for the easy part, like starting learning the JavaScript itself, it's very easy. And yeah, for those who have familiar with Java, you need to distinguish that Java is not JavaScript and also vice versa. It just happened the name is similar. If we want to be more pedantic, JavaScript is more appropriate to be called as ECMAScript, ECMAScript. But yeah, the terms already stuck. Everyone knows that JS is JavaScript instead of ECMAScript. So the tutorial, let me just skip all of the explanation written by the TAs in the document. And I will just explain to you what is your task in the tutorial. So your task in the tutorial is to update your previous tutorial by adding a new functionality that will display the list of wish list items, but in asynchronous manner. So you will load the data and display it by using JavaScript. So what you need to do is to prepare a new view template, i.e. the HTML template, and use JavaScript to implement the functionality to load the data from the views.py from the Django site and display it in using Ajax. So the one that will update the HTML page is the client-side script, not the Django script, not the HTML page that is generated by Django. So the views.py that you implement in Django should only return the HTML template that may still empty, but the content of it later will be generated by using JavaScript function. So that's the overall task for the tutorial for this week. After you finished with the main tutorial about JavaScript, you may continue the 2D bonus materials about web storage. And yeah, to make things a bit more livelier, it happened that I haven't worked with the tutorial. So yeah, let's code together with me. If you already finished, that's cool. But yeah, since I haven't tried with the tutorial, well, I think it's a good practice to follow through and also to get awareness what kind of troubles or problems that you may encounter while working with the tutorial. Either way, but if you have some problems with the tutorial, just ask questions immediately, and I will try to respond to your questions while I'm coding the tutorial as well. And yeah, I noticed it in my email before. There is one student that not able to come to the lab, so this lab session will be also streamed to YouTube and Zoom for archival purpose. And for those who are participating from the lab room, you can also join the Zoom to see whatever that I'm sharing in my screen. All right. So the tutorial is about implementing a new web page, right? That will load the file load the wishlist items using JavaScript, or to be more specific, to load the data asynchronously using JavaScript. So the first thing to do is let's follow through with the instructions. So you need to create a new template. with the initial content can be set the same as the existing wishlist HTML. Or even, why not just use the existing one? Okay, let's just follow the instructions. Okay, so wishlist Ajax HTML. Content can be set the same as the original wishlist. People. Okay. Create a new view that points to the wishlist Ajax HTML. So the second instruction means you have to create a new function in the views.py that will serve the wishlist underscore Ajax HTML page, and also update the URL router, which is the urls.py. So that show wishlist Ajax request is a type of HTTP request, and it will return HTTP response. And initially, it should do nothing. If you try to create the test first to verify your functions. Well, while I'm at it, so let's try creating a test for that function. Test show wishlist Ajax, and suppose we the implementation is able to return the Ajax, return the HTML file. So we try to simulate the HTTP request by using the test client provided by Django. And we try to send a GET request to the wishlist URL. Okay, so it should have the Ajax path in the URL. And let's verify it. So if we are able to send a GET request to that particular URL, we expect that the request should be successfully handled by a function in the use.py. So let's assert that the HTML contain table. Well, not a table. Just verify it if the code is 200. That indicates the request is successfully handled by the views.py. Response the status code. And then let me check the existing test. And assert that we actually use the Ajax HTML page. That's enough for the test. As usual, try to test it first. It fails, obviously, because we haven't implemented the function that returns the HTML page for this exercise. So let's commit it for now.
Yep, welcome.
Git commit that test for the endpoint that returns Ajax page. It doesn't work. It's a bit dangerous. Well, for now, let's just assume I already committed the changes, because yeah, since I'm streaming this as well, I afraid that I accidentally shared the password to this stream. Okay. So to display the page, what should be done? The information should be similar to the one that already implemented from the first tutorial. And just change the name of the template user, Ajax. Currently, this indentation doesn't match. No? Oh, okay. And try to test it again. It should work. That's still error. It's not a bit of status code. Or it should exactly equals. Fail. Why? Let's show it exactly equals response status code. Obviously, we forgot to add the new URL. So go into this URL and to the wishlist Ajax function. And don't forget to import the function. Okay, good. Now it works. Just to make the code cleaner, sort the import statements and auto format the codes. Okay, good. Python manage the RAM server. It should be there. Yep. Probably it's still the same like the first tutorial. Now let's try to implement the JavaScript. So according to the instructions, you need to implement the asynchronous JavaScript to load the data from the endpoints that you created in the second tutorial and display it in the page. So let's try doing that. If we really want to make the list is rendered or displayed by using JavaScript, then let's not putting all of the items from the Django side. So we just simply return an empty pages, an empty page into the web browser. So right now it's still empty because the data is not passed into the HTML page. Now the next thing is we have to add JavaScript. How it is done? Take all wishlist data using Ajax get. So obtain all of the data using JavaScript. Put it into the list. Let me do some review with the JavaScript code. Okay, so what you need to do is Right. It's been a while since I last coded JavaScript in web browser. So yeah, if I didn't really learn in writing JavaScript, but the idea is try to call a function that fetches the data from JSON endpoints from the web application, and then parse the JSON. So each row is converted or added into a TR tag in that located in the table in the web page. So that's the overall idea. But now, how to do that is we should put a function that will be executed when the page is loaded by the web browser. The code example in the exercise or in the tutorial shows you how to do that using jQuery library, JavaScript library. So let's add jQuery into the code. Let's add it into the base HTML. Script src. And the link to jQuery is mentioned in the document, so let's just import it. Missing the H. Now, what else do I need to prepare? Okay, and now in the HTML page, create a new JavaScript tag, and this script text should contain the jQuery code. So, for example, $sign with arguments of document, it means that we asking jQuery to obtain a reference to the web page that currently loaded by the web browser. And once the jQuery able to get that reference, we specify what is called as event. So it's like we ask the web browser to notify us about events that happen when the web browser is loading the web page. One such event is ready. So this event, the ready event, will be notified from the web browser to indicate that the web page has been successfully loaded by the web browser. Or in other words, the web page that has been successfully transmitted from Django to the web browser, and the web browser already able to read it. Once that event happens, we give it a function that will be executed when that event actually happened in the web browser. Or yeah, so when that happened, we try to, let's say, get the collection of JSON from the Django by using $.get. It means we send a GET request to a URL. Okay, so the URL is, for now, it's http://localhost at port 8000 wishlist and Ajax. To figure out how to assign the URL to your application on Heroku. So after that, we assign it with another function that receives the result of the get request, or in other words, we create a function that will read the response returned from the Django. For now, let's just start simple. That is, we simply log the data to web browser. So does it work? I'm not really sure, but let's try. Well, it's empty for now, but let's see. Interesting. Access to XML HTTP request at localhost 8000 is not allowed because there is a course policy. What happened here? But let's try with the example in the tutorial document. Can I use const here? No. Is it working? Or maybe I should use a plain or JavaScript here. And the console, instead of info, I should use log perhaps. Oh, I need to give it a query. Right. So the query is wait. This should written something, right? But why this doesn't work? Try to restart server maybe. Okay. So Ajax has successfully returned, and then there is this call. Okay, the call has been verified. It actually calls the URL and it provides a response. However, the response is not logged in the console. So this actually already works, but why the data is not displayed in the console? Once it obtained the data, data to URL. Data, okay, URL. Console.log. Displayed something. Let's see. No. Issue. Clear console. 5 error, but is the error? 5 messages. Interesting. It doesn't show anything in the log, but it works. Okay, let's try something. So once it's able to get the name, let's replace a tag. Let's say I will replace the tag paragraph here with the content from the API call test or ABC. So get the reference to the HTML tag with ID ABC, and then the text. Yes, no, not text. Okay, I set the text. Wait, what is the method? I suppose it should be text or value. This is why IDE is very helpful to let you know what is the possible method or attribute that you can access. HTML no, on not append, replace, I guess. Can I use replace? What is the documentation of replace? Each element. No, it replaces the tag with another tag. What I want to do is just to replace the tags. I suppose this is the data we are valid. Apparently no. But it's there. Oh well, let's try just following the example from the tutorial. So if we follow the example from the tutorial, format the code. And then, so it uses the cat photo. Then try it again. Okay, it works apparently. Yeah. So the function here will be executed once the HTML page is loaded by the web browser. And once it is loaded, web browser sends the GET request to that URL. And the result of that GET request, i.e. the response, is parsed, where the content, the URL attribute from the response is used to fill in the SRT attribute at the HTML tag with the cat photo as a CSS class. So we have this class called cat-photo. That class is referred by the jQuery function in the Javascript section. So once the function in the document ID is finished, the result of that GET request will replace the SRT tag with the URL in the response. So that's the idea, to obtain data from a URL and use it to fill in the content in the web page. The same idea should also apply to work on the exercise, that is to get the list of wishlist items and put it into the list of items in the web page. So yeah, it should be similar, but yeah, let's try to figure it together. Total cost 8,000, wish list items. Okay. I'll try to process the string. Now, no access control allow origin is present on the requested resource. Has been blocked by course policy. Course policy on Django. Okay, so I have to add additional middleware to Django to handle course. Django documentation. Okay. Is there any mention about course in Django? Not apparently. Course origin. CSRF. Cross headed validation. Cross allowed course. Settings.py. Nah, it's already set to wildcard, so it should accept any connection from everywhere. This one. Security. Okay. Cross origin opener policy. Some browsers have the ability to isolate security middleware can set the cross origin opener policy. Okay. How to modify this setting? Security middleware. Which one? Oh, okay. There was a static example just now. Same origin. Not the possible values. So I want to allow it to have a cross origin. Therefore, I have to set the referrer policy in the security settings. Right, this one. Let's go back to Django, and I suppose the setting that we have to update is no. Security middleware. How do I modify the security middleware? Okay. handle course when developing locally. Secure what? Cross origin opener policy. The default was same origin. Now it should be updated to is it again? Unset now. Okay. Finger crossed. Will it work? Still not. Has been blocked by course policy. So let's step the service that should be updated. Unless set to none. Oh, okay. Maybe should be set to none. Nope. Still doesn't work. Okay, we need to open this. Single security middleware. How do I update the setting of a middleware? Policy. Okay, so secure underscore referrer underscore policy. Secure referrer policy equal to begin. Set URL perhaps. More access control over origin. Header missing header. Okay. Wishlist Ajax. Yep. Still doesn't work. What am I missing? Referral policy. Save. Complications, yes, it's already up to this. Which one can be imaged? Configure security middleware framework. Make kind of fast digital action. Let's see. Set up bona feed article. Security at the top. In the settings, right? This is not relevant to what I'm looking for. This guy actually experiencing similar problem, but the Mozilla should be good enough. Scripting, CSRF, SSPS. Gosh, how do you configure it? Okay, so what do we have here? Security, right? Default true. Unless set to none, security will also start to value for private. Yes. Let's try to put the first option. Secure cross origin container policy. Same origin, which is the default. And the other alternative origin. Concept none. Set to none. Okay, let's set it to none. Nope. Still fail. Okay, let's move on to the next setting. Secure content type no snake. Secure content type no snake. False. Reload. Nope. That's the SSL vendor. No. SSL. No. Security. No. Security policy. Security policy. No referral. No, but the chamber CSSL protection system. Okay, so interesting. Search cookie random value. Plus. Okay. Maybe this is related to CSRM, maybe. CSRF trusted origins. For now, let's try it with 127 total 1 localhost. Is it a valid setting? Nope. With a skill, right? FTP. Still not helpful. Yeah, yes. How about this? Loading, refresh, still not the same, not the configuration, and not the change expected. Next is secure referral policy. Let's try no referral. No referral. It doesn't work. Right again. Only not the part session of the origin. From origin 127.001 access control over origin or no. Try to specifically listen to Instead of sending to Yep. Finally. jQuery, the header is get, and then yeah, it should point to this list JSON. Important to avoid cost issue. Yes. In local development, do not use localhost. Use 27 or 1 instead. Nah. Okay, so okay. So,
So again, when you are developing locally, use 127.1 to send the GET request to your J2 application that are running locally. You not use localhost.
okay, how can I submit all the data for var e equal to 0, e equal to, how can I obtain length of var sample array equal to ABC? Can I do something like this? Length, okay. Obtain the reference to the keyword. The expression. content one. Just create row equal to R okay, name description lastly the idea here each and entry in that collection of data. Create some row, then figure out how to properties in the row. For each column, for each property, create a column as the header of the row. Ini column assign set the text value to the value of property. That's the idea. Can I sample array dot each for the each callback function is a function for each item. Each item simply log them. Okay, that's one. Data for each. It's already can I do this using a modern Javascript syntax for each element? To be said, let's use traditional JavaScript. Each item create a new row, just extract the item immediately. Our item name equal to item name. Price equal to what's the method again? Item this is item name, item price description. Description. So I obtain all of the properties or the attributes and create a new row for HTML equal to tr eb it's going to be ugly eb equal to item name, then plus it, and again. Make it look nice. Description plus the that new HTML append it as the new child of the keyboard. Jadi, the append the HTML. This is Ajax. It's there. Oh, okay. How about doesn't work. No for each. For I equal to 0, I then data dot length I plus plus. Oh, syntax error apparently. Don't get URL from this is the way. Yep, that will do, I guess. It detected 3 items, but it cannot why it is undefined. What is the content of JSON? Model, right. Dot fields dot item name. Fields boom. Okay. Yeah, that's the idea. Well, yeah, this is a quite old JavaScript syntax. Can I use a newer one? Say I use const, and then instead of declaring the function in this way, data and assign it. I don't know. Let's try it. It still works. Cool. Data for each item. Oh, good. So I can do this way. Yeah, works. So to update you with the latest syntax of Javascript, in the document, the document uses this var to declare a variable in JavaScript. In a modern JavaScript or ECMAScript version, there is another variation to declare a variable. So you can use either the keyword const or wrap. The difference is const is used to define a variable whose value won't change. So if you will declare a variable that where the value won't change, you can use const. But if you want to declare a variable where the value may change over time, then you can use wrap to declare the variable. So the variable can be modified by other JavaScript statements in the code. That's a more modern syntax in JavaScript. Also for the function in the document, it uses this syntax. So you have this get URL, and then you create a function that will produce the data that is available in the scope of the function. In modern JavaScript, you can omit the function declaration and simply declare the parameter that will be available within the scope of the function. So it's you save like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 symbols with your source code. And also, well, not really saving much because you still need to declare this symbol equal sign, then followed by the greater than sign. It's to indicate that this is a function, or to be more exact, an anonymous function that will have data as parameter. Then after the equal greater than symbol, it will contain the body of the function. You will need to do something like this. Okay, I'm going to walk out, waiting for the other keys. If you have any questions, just ask it right away. Yep. Why is that? It makes the incorrect. Actually, yeah, previously I used for flow, but this more readable approach to using combination. It's like when you learn Java, you remember the actions for loop, construct. Java output is like you can declare a for loop. The two parts. I mean, you refer to the collection, and then for the collection, you can refer to the value of which I can then the option. Okay. Your book is different from mine, so it definitely will not work. What I'm doing there is I have a container for every schedule rules, and I use keyword in my example. In your case, you will write schedule container that contains your end. Yeah, you can use this. Yeah, you can refer it to that container. That's right. Oh, okay. The selector in jQuery is able to put something just because inside the that's right. Because you are able to a class. And it was the string for each semicolon in the string. Maybe we had the make sure financial and with matching parameters. And simply step one. But maybe it was
function the same model that I have been variable that they injected from this is the how to basically are not just have to do that. That will do, but when you get to help, activity will but you can only say it should be a function to get to your account. Yeah, if you want to do some numbers, manageable. Yeah, manual this you can access the setting. That's your by your application. But in what we don't have this production so you need to check that value maybe it's also possible in HTML page. But you need to find out how to get in you can inject that, then use the syntax provided. What is called the there should be a syntax to have some kind of condition in the template. This is the documentation.
So, let me show you the condition in the lab right now. And I'm going to label attendance. Upload URL. Oh. Hey, Galus. There's also another approach. Try to look for absolute URI or URL. You can get the full URL by calling that function. So it should become the URL of your application wherever it is which in local But we look at try to look in the things of And once you get the upload URI, you can inject it into the template file using context. Oh, right. Kehadiran ya attendance 6 October 10 until 11:40. And let's assume everyone is not present. From there, I'm going to label the presence accordingly. There is one person that already sent email notifying me that the class yes again publish then is Amar present? Okay, over there. Who else? Gazian. Okay. Noted. Azra. Azra. Okay. Diwa. Over there. Muhammad Fiko. Okay. Moza. Okay. Raidas. Ai. Okay. Shafiko. Right. Okay. Aktar. Nafis. Okay. David. Okay. Dilan. Okay. Halomuan Geraldo. Gopian. Okay. Halus is over there. Matthew Rizky. Nicholas Lexi. What's your name again?
Nicholas Ananda.
Nicholas Ananda. I haven't yet, but yeah, thank you for notifying me.
Oh, I thought you called it.
I'm trying to look for Nicholas Lexi in the series, but apparently it hasn't been listed in the list. Nicholas Lexi, there's no Nicholas Lexi here. So I have them. No. So I need to write it down. Setting to 0. And then 9 set 0. Okay. Rafael Ide. Rafael. Okay. Billy Nicole. And Linnea there. Okay, thank you. Simpan. Okay. For the attendance of last week's tutorial, because the TA forgot to take attendance, and just label them present. And they will 11:40. Everyone should be present. Cool. All right. Don't become the phone. Where's the D again? Okay. So I think that's all for today. Thank you. And I will see you later in the next session in the class.